All right, everybody, welcome to North Wilkesboro tonight. Just 4.5 minutes left in warm-ups here. Right now, Shane Hart leading the way. See, Thomas Hernandez immediately jumps up to second. Right now, Shane Hart, 600 of a second faster than Hernandez right now. 17 drivers on tap tonight. Of course, we talk about Shane Hart, and of course, that has nothing to worry about tonight. That has nothing to worry about for the next 3 weeks. Because Shane Hart will know August 11th, he is racing for a championship opportunity in Homestead. Right now, the points coming into tonight, we'll go ahead and look at them ahead of time. There you see it, the road to the Final Four. 3 races remaining, including tonight. Shane Hart already locked in. That's why his name's in yellow. Aaron Stanton comes in 46 to the good. Elijah Fisher 41. But after his struggles last week at Bristol, Mike Hauser went from being comfortable to not being comfortable. Because tonight, the driver on the 43 only has a 15-point cushion to Josh Henderson in the 72, 21 points to Cade Cannon. Both of them realistically still in this. Stephen Henning needs a lot to go right tonight to stay within the title picture. Jordan Jorno pretty much needs to win 2 out of the next 3 races. That includes tonight, for the chances of the 84 to have a chance of fighting for a championship. And that is the point scenario coming into tonight. All right, now, of course, we talk about drivers having their cut out for them right now. Right now, with practice time still going on, your playoff 8 as they run in practice with just over 2 minutes. Shane Hart, Aaron Stanton 1 and 2. No surprise there. Elijah Fisher in 5th. Stephen Henning really needing to turn the luck around tonight. Is ranked 7th quickest so far. Mike Hauser in 8th. Josh Henderson 10th. Cade Kenny and Jordan Jorno 12th and 13th. Right now, after an impressive last 2 weeks for this driver, Colton Ward, an awesome battle at Nashville in the ARCA Series 2 weeks ago. An awesome, thrilling battle between him, Shane, Aaron Stanton, and Elijah Fisher. Ultimately, it will go down to Shane Hart and Aaron Stanton deciding. And then, of course, we go to Michigan this past Saturday as Ward hard off the wall there and into the guardrail. But talking about Colton Ward, it was a great battle at Michigan. 4 to 42 to 21 and the 27. At the end, Aaron Stanton, the hometown boy, gets his first win. Well, his first win at Michigan in the Inspired Series, I believe. Or no, second win. Either way, let's just go ahead and pull up Aaron. Aaron Stanton, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a quick copy?
What's up, Garrett?
Well, buddy, just talked about it coming off that massive win Saturday night. How are you going to carry the momentum into tonight?
These tracks are kind of my wheelhouse, but I gotta beat Shane, you know? He's good at everything that I'm good at, so we'll see what happens.
Well, buddy, what do you think is going to be the major thing that these drivers are going to have to overcome tonight?
Patience and knowing how to tire manage.
All right, buddy. We'll go ahead and let you get ready for qualifying here. Look forward to seeing you. Hope to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yep.
Aaron Stanton right now. Aaron Stanton right now, second quickest as they run. Practice will conclude. Colton Ward, top of the board at the last second. I'll probably put some fire in everybody. Well, of course, Inspired qualifying coming up next. If it's anything like Bristol last week, it'll be an awesome race. Cade Cannon, what's there to say? Has led a lot of laps in the last 2 weeks. Have not been able to put something together. Right now, Cannon comes into the night minus 21. And if he does not make it to the Final Four, he'll look back at places like Bristol and all these tracks where he led the most laps. But ultimately, wasn't to be. Well, right now, as it stands, got 5 minutes to post 2 laps. Not that hard. This track is very unique in its own right. That's Cannon, 19.471. Second quickest, Stanton to the top of the board. There's the Matt slide in third. Jordan fourth. We'll look at Stanton here. This will be his last lap here. Stanton does improve. Elijah Fisher. Oh, right now, 7th quickest. See, does he improve this time? Survey says he does. Top of the board, quickest. What a run. Now the battle for the cut line. Right now, Mike Hauser seated 5th. Josh Henderson's first lap, 8th quickest. Why is that important? Wherever Hauser starts, he's got better track position than right now his 2 main rivals, the 9 and the 72. Henderson, does he improve this time off of turn 4? Survey says, is it better than 8? It is not. 10th slower. Steven Henning now, I believe he's already completed his first lap. He has. We've gone down the list, Robert Wilhoit. Down the back straightaway, Wilhoit not posted his first laps tonight so far. Real big thing tonight's going to be about getting the brakes to where you can make the corner. You do not want to overdrive the corner. Wilhoit, 15th quickest. Right now, the only 2 drivers yet to post a lap. Shane Hoare and Colton Ward. Ward actually on track right now. Wilhoit improves, but not enough to gain anywhere. Colton Ward, he through the grass and not able to get nothing done. He'll attempt it one more time. Still waiting Shane Hoare to post a qualifying lap if he chooses to. Hoare might want to start from the rear. He ain't got nothing to lose for the next 3 weeks. Absolutely nothing. But Colton Ward will get his last shot at posting a qualifying lap. Almost got the wall off of 2. Came very close. A great turns 3 and 4. And he got the wall in the lap. Will not count. And he was on track to beating Elijah Fisher's lap time. So Colton Ward not able to post a lap, but then there was 1:45 seconds. 36 seconds now. Shane Hoare does not look like he'll be posting a lap. Well, that being said, we'll get Elijah Fisher in the booth here. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in the big. Got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, time's running out for Shane to make a lap, and it will appear that he will not have time now. Congratulations on the provisional pole tonight. What's it going to take tonight to finish where you start tonight?
Oh, a lot. I mean, this is a tough track. I did not have a lot of confidence going in, but putting up that lap time definitely makes me feel a whole lot better. But yeah, practice times, even in this session and before, I just I don't know. It's a rough track, but we're just gonna have to keep her clean and stay out of trouble and see if we can be there at the end.
All right, baby. We look forward to seeing how it plays out for you. Elijah Fisher on pole for tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
That being said, race control's about to have to give his thing here. Matter of fact, he's got to open up his voice chat and all that. Turn these jokers up some more. Well, let's go and get this show on the road. All right, everybody. Welcome to North Wilkesboro. 5 sets of tires tonight. 4 in the pits. 1 already on your car. Track temps 106 degrees, boys. She is slick. 150 laps tonight. Pace car speed limit 45. Pit road speed limit a measly 35. And you only get 1 fast repair. Try to save it to the end, boys. Everybody, good luck.
Swap on over to race control when you can, Garrett.
It's already done. So 150 laps tonight. We'll go ahead and go through the field here. Elijah Fisher on pole with a 19.218. Jason Williams in second. A great start from the 40. Thomas Hernandez, Aaron Stanton, third and fourth. Jordan, AJ Thompson, fifth and sixth. Mike Hauser, Cade Cannon, seventh and eighth. Wow, a whole mess of really all the guys are in that bubble line, starting two rows from each other. That would be Hauser and Cannon, Stephen Henning, Josh Henderson rounds out the top 10. 7th through 10th. 7th through 10th are playoff drivers. Chris Lauda, Joseph Maddox, 11th and 12th. That will round out the fast 12. On down through the field, Brent Hammerhand and Bobby Hadaway, 13th, 14th. Robert Wilhoit, Colton Ward, 15th and 16th. And Shane Harr rounds out the field in 17th.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it.
Of course, you're hearing already here pre-race chat here.
Yeah, it just goes all white.
Garrett, you will, please. 95. You're already in the back.
All right, going to be the one to green here. Of course, I alluded to earlier the remaining parts of the schedule. The races in greens we've already completed. Bristol last week. North Wilkesboro, New Hampshire, and Charlotte. These 3 races are going to be in the final stretch for 4 drivers, knowing they're going to a playoff or for a championship. At Homestead, 4 other drivers will look back over the season and wonder what could I have done different. Elijah Fisher brings them down to the restart zone. Oh, we're going to go another lap here. Okay, so we're not going green this time. Well, I'll tell you, look at that 84 real fast since we got a couple minutes. That's a badass looking number 84 right there. Of course, Jordan Jorno, one of the best in the business at customizing paint. Chris Lowe, another one. So you get a great look at Brent Hammerhand. But all right, should be going this time. We are immediately rolling. Let's go for North Wilkesboro. Pretty safe, 1 and 2, about the best anybody can ask for. See Fisher now contact between the 77 and the 40 already. Elijah Fisher leads lap 1. Oh, Justin Maddox loose. He'll save it. Great save by the 0-1. Unfortunately, he'll fall into the clutches of Colton Ward. Gonna see a lot of stuff like that tonight. Going back through the field as they stand. Aaron Stanton pretty much single file out for a moment. Aaron Stanton in third. We'll go on back here. Really, here's a great battle. This will be for, I believe, the 6th position. How about A.J. Thompson running the top 5? Had a great starting spot. This is the battle for 6th. Make it 7th now. Jordan Jorno starting to fall back on the bottom lane. A lot of drivers sitting at the middle lane. They thought was going to be the way to go. Right now, Jorno trying to hang on. Of course, the playoff drivers as they stand: Elijah Fisher first, Aaron Stanton second, Kay Cannon, Jordan Jorno, Josh Henderson, and Mike Hauser. That is 6th through 9th. Stephen Henning in 11th, Shane Hard 12th. That rounds out the field. Meanwhile, focus back in on Elijah Fisher right now. I want him right on board with him here and see, watch his dashboard data, see how he's really going about it here. Full throttle off down the back straightaway. We'll notice how he's not full throttle till he gets fully off the corner. Really what you got to do is you got to make it off turn 4 just about perfect every time so you can set up 1 and 2, and then it's the same thing in 3 and 4. You got to get off of turn 2 just as good so you can make turn 3 and 4 work for you. Of course, that's coming from a 3-time North Wilkesboro winner in the late models. I know a little bit about this track. All right, now Jason Williams trying to challenge Elijah Fisher. Been the best starting position and the best run for the 40 since Daytona. They had a great run at Darlington going, had several great runs throughout the playoffs. So unfortunately, the results have not been there right now. Starting off great for Jason Williams. Pretty much everybody single filed all the way through. Shane Hart coming from the back. Right now you can see which driver has the best time in the race so far. Well, what is their best time so far? Right now, Elijah Fisher has set the bar at a 19.309. That was posted on lap 2. We're working, already kind of working a little bit into a stint here. 14 laps. The tire wear is going to become a thing, and the guys who are saving tires, they'll start moving up through the field here. That's pretty much what everybody's doing. You see A.J. Thompson battling for the top 5 spot right now. Both the Mountain Dew cars. One diet, one regular, it looks like. Pretty much what's your preference. Cade able to really utilize that outside. Get around A.J. Thompson for the 5th position. Cade Cannon up 3 spots from where he started. Biggest mover. The 21 is Shane Hart up 5 for where he started this race. Thompson charging back to the bottom again. Throw it, toss. Jason Williams goes around for a second. See what happened. Alright, I should not have done EV complete. Alright, just one more time we'll look at it. Kind of.
Magic Mike has entered the building. You're blinking.
Yeah, so I kind of blew it a little. Alright, caution's out for the 40 spinning off turn 2. I apologize. Shouldn't have thrown it, but I did. I'll take responsibility for that. But regardless, the 40 will get the EOL. Thank you. Alright, that was on me a little bit. What you trigger happy? Calm down. 132 to go. First caution. Elijah Fisher's led all 18 laps so far tonight. It was a great start. See several drivers. Some went ahead and pitted. Might want tires, might want fuel. Everybody's throwing a lead lap. Yep.
Come on, Bobby, old one.
So a lot of drivers choosing to stay out. Some drivers deeper in the
So,
field.
for anyone that doesn't know, if you want a cool little thing, if you're in the top 5, every time you go into turn 3, if you look at the old school scoreboard outside the track, it is actually updated with the real numbers and everything.
Robert Wilhoit barely going to make it out for the pace car. Alright, we're rolling. Fisher and Stanton. And you talk about two drivers that really drove the absolute crap out of each other. Fisher and Stanton both, but right now Fisher with a great jump. Side by side for second, Hernandez. And Hernandez give it up pretty easily.
Sorry, Chris. Stuck up in front of me.
Our board starts up. We made it down the line.
Yeah, get saved.
Right now we'll take a look back here. Single filed out for the moment. Driver's still trying to make up ground. Josh Henderson, one of them, came into the night 15 behind Mike Hauser. Right now Henderson running 5th, Hauser running in 10th. But that's what Josh Henderson needs, a great run tonight. He just needs to stay in front of the 43 in case the 43 falters. The same thing will go for Kate Cannon running in 3rd.
I didn't mean to hit you.
On look through the field, another driver needing a great run tonight to keep his championship hopes afloat. That would be the 12 Stephen Henning, loose off of turn 4.
Howdy.
Of course, Stephen's not really had a great start to the first half of the season, but like several other drivers,
That new tires are powered out.
all right, we're on our second caution tonight. Go ahead and go ahead and look at it here. Why waste time? Brent gets into the back of the 60. Lyota hard into the, well, not really hard. That was about the most graceful impact into the concrete I think I've ever
What do you
seen.
think about Jason Paint?
So the 60 comes off the wall. We know that. He's in the wall there. Well, Brent gets loose going into the corner, unfortunately carrying more momentum than what Lyota is carrying. And, of course, 95 into 60 and under a second caution tonight because of that. After review of the incident, 95 gets into the back of the 60. 95 will get the EOL this time. Thank you.
Well, Jason's face scheme is just the best thing I see. Caution blonde traveler.
So already on our second caution, 29 laps already down, working lap 30. Elijah Fisher's led every lap so far tonight. Of course, if Elijah Fisher, Cade Cannon, Aaron Stanton, any of the top 8, well, any of the 7 drivers who have not locked themselves in on points yet, can win 2 of the next 3 races. That includes this one. They will join Shane Harr in the championship 4 at Homestead. Of course, Shane Harr, the winner from Atlanta and Bristol, going back to back, getting wins 7 and 8 of the season. But we mentioned before, he knows where he is going to be in 4 weeks' time, August 11th at Homestead. All right, Fisher and Stanton brings them back down to the restart zone. We're rolling again. By 2 again. Elijah Fisher with such a great run. Of course, restart zones. Not really a restart zone, but the ball lane has an advantage. See Hernandez make contact with Cade Cannon just a little bit. Right here, here's the dog. Here's the hornet's nest right here. Oh, Hernandez through the grass. Keeps it safe. No, he doesn't. And they're already wrecking again.
Yeah, I caused that. I got into turbo entry and even though I wasn't on gas.
Jesus almighty, people. Shane Harr, massive damage. The good news for him is he ain't got to worry about it. Well, let's see what happens here. A tap from the 18 will put Hernandez through the grass, and then just an accordion falls right into Shane Harr's lap. How about Josh Henderson? Massive damage.
Jordan, you all right?
That looked cool.
I was looking at the standings. No damage.
After review of the incident, 18 gets into the back of the 77, triggering the incident. 18 will get the EOL for this caution. Thank you.
This man just hit the tire, two-wheeled it in the pit road, and got no damage from it, and only a 2X. What a move.
All right, well, let's look back and see what everybody's talking about.
I'm just too good.
Replay worthy.
Damn, he barely made it.
Yeah, it's always 77. I said I wasn't even on the gas. I guess when you kind of checked up in the center, I caught you. And I finished you off.
Sorry, on our third caution tonight.
Not bad, Shane.
There's another one, and I'm really not going to be that happy.
Minute 17.
So now to re-rack it with AJ Thompson getting the EOL. Elijah Fisher pitted under caution. Cade Cannon, Colton Ward, first and second. Mike Hauser,
Ain't high. Get
Jason Williams in third and fourth. Bobby Hadaway, Chris Lotus, fifth and sixth. Robert Wilhoit, Joseph Maddox, seventh and eighth. Brent Hammerhead and Stephen Hitting rounding out ninth and 10th. All right. We're rolling it. Great start by Cannon, but not as good as what we see Elijah Fisher get a
Chris, you
start
gotta
with.
get up on Buddy Butler there on research.
Well, how about Colton Ward battling back on that outside lane? Several drivers back there. I think we saw 3 wide for the moment.
Reminder, I will do stuff.
They're trying to go 3 wide. Fisher making it 3 wide on the bottom. Normally does not work. He is lucky. Hammerham almost squeezed 27 into the wall. Well, no surprise, Colton Ward out front. Mike Hauser second. Kay Kennan slipped back to third. He's under assault from Chris Lahota. Very interesting top 5. You see Elijah Fisher cutting through the field with tires. Cutting through the field with tires already. Fisher trying to make up the track position. So is Aaron Stanton as well. Stanton, Fisher, Stanton, Henning, Henderson, Shane, Hart, Hernandez all pit on the last caution. 3 of them have damage though. Henderson, Hart, Hernandez. Now Elijah Fisher up to 6th. See Mike Hauser trying to use the bottom, trying to gain an advantage right now. Ward's so strong. Robert Wilhoit now had a little bit of contact from Elijah Fisher on my side of things. Able to keep it straight with Stay Green, but now Wilhoit's starting to go backwards. Well, of course, the strategy's all over the place. We'll look back at Colton Ward leading this race so far, and you talk about pit strategies all over the place. Take a look at this board. Well, right now, Colton's made 2 pit stops, 18 laps into a run, and now 24 laps. We can actually see what lap they actually did pit on. Well, you can't really, but regardless, we'll go off of this here. So right now, Colton Ward on a 25 laps 10. How about Kate Kennan on 44 riding in 5th? Several other drivers, Hauser, Lyota, 16 lap, Fisher, and others on an 11 lap currently.
Wreck off a 2 review.
We're gonna have a little bit of talking to after that one, brother.
I dove low because of the Jason slowing down, and I was on the brakes, and I just got into the back seat. That's my fault.
Well,
I
let's
wasn't
look at it
expecting
again
Jason
here.
to
Okay.
be going at like 10 miles an hour after you pass him.
Chatter, please. We'll rack all this up here. Rewind all of this. Well, let's see here. So, Stan making a move on Jason Williams. That's fine. That's dandy. Will Hoyt. Well, he meant to miss. He meant to miss. Got to the inside of Williams. Unfortunately, too hot into the pits here, and unfortunately, it'll wipe out Aaron Stanton. Jordan Jorno getting a piece. Playoff drivers having their difficulties tonight. But to reveal the incident, the 3 gets into the back of the 27, triggering the caution. The 3 will receive an EOL at this time. Thank you. So they're re-racking Elijah Fisher on a tear already tonight. Pit under the last caution, and now up to 3rd. Colton Ward, Mike Hauser first and second. Fisher, Lyota, 3rd and 4th. Jordan Joyner rounds out the top 5. Stephen Henning, Joseph Maddox, 6th and 7th. Thomas Hernandez and Cade Cannon, 8th and 9th. Well, I keep switching here, so really Hernandez on the outside. So, all right, so it's Henderson and Cannon to round out the top 5. Regardless, it's in the hands of Colton Warden. It's in the hands of Colton Warden. Mike Hauser are rolling, 100 to go. Great jump by Colton Ward now. Elijah Fisher, what can he do with the 42? The 42's been so hard this season since coming in. 3 wide for second. I'm going to say this right now. The 3 wide for second and all that, that ain't going to work for too much longer. The only way they're getting away with it is because they settled it out pretty quick. Not Joseph Maddox up there competing for a top 5 at the moment. They're 3 wide again, and I'm not understanding why, but they're going to take it. And they're saying that's what happens.
Sorry, Shane.
Well, I'm going to keep my comments to myself. Car in the middle, 1 and 2.
Sorry, Jordan.
Well, let's see what happens
Hey,
here.
you're good, man. No contact, no problem.
I don't think I hurt you too bad. It gets slowed up. Kind of
Well, pretty much, so
Yeah, you barely touched me. You're good.
well, let's look at it here in slow motion here. So Cannon's coming pretty much. Yeah, the 9 does come down. Wider, 3 wide. I have no idea. They were warned in the driver's meeting that they shouldn't be going 3 wide. Well, 3rd time was not the charm. Unfortunately, AJ Thompson gets net code damage out of it. Will Hoyt sends the 0-1 Justin Maddox around. Review it one more time just so we can see, explain to everybody what we're talking about here. We're going to slow it down here. Cannon's going to, well, pretty much they have no choice but to be 3 wide, but the 9's going to come down. Come down, and just clip Joseph Maddox, and around goes the 0-1. After reviewing the incident, the 9 comes down, makes contact with the 0-1. The 9 will get the EOL. And this is pretty much what you get when you go 3 wide. So that being said,
It is so weird to see a Viagra car on track. That is,
why do we got to bring that up? So to re-rack it, 5th caution. He right at 55 laps, doing so great earlier. Colton Ward, Mike Hauser brings it down again. Re-rack it. We'll see if we can't get a green flag run out of this. Another great jump for Colton, about the best you want to see. Able to really get clear for the moment. Back to battle for 3rd. Jordan Jorno, Stephen Henning. See a bit of a contact, bit of a check on that between the 77, 27, 21. They're still checking up. Way back there in the back. Elijah Fisher went in that pitted under caution. Trying to make his way back up to the front. How about Jordan Jorno on it there, knowing that he has to win 2 again?
Not clear. Pace car coming back, guys.
Go ahead and look at it.
Yeah, it's not clear. 3 wide is not a good choice at this track.
Jesus. I try to tell
Hey,
him.
Robert, you tell sideways. I was trying to get around Bobby.
All right, so the 3's coming. They are in the middle of 3 wide, but Robert coming up the track.
Did he just lag out?
Pretty much just, well, you can say what you want, but pretty much does run the 4 out of room. That's how I view it. Cade Kennan gets a piece
Dang,
of that.
he was running well. Until I ran him over. My bad.
Can we please get Chatter here? Well, pretty much ain't no room to go, and man, that's a bad impact. Okay, one more time. Be sure I'm seeing this right. I mean, well, pretty much, you gotta look at is where's the 4 gonna go? It's got a concrete wall that was outside, and then bam! Yeah. I had to reveal this incident. The 3 comes up, squeezes the 4 into the wall, and unfortunately, where the wall jets out, collects everybody. So the 3 will get the EOL and a black flag, being this is a second offense, so it'll be a drive-through penalty. Thank you. So now I got to do this part. EOL. And we're going to go back live here. And hope that this race can go to the end. Alright guys, we were doing so good earlier. Now we're 6 cautions in with 87 to go. Let's try to keep it going here nice and smooth. Alright, here we go. Take 7. Jesus almighty. Alright, well look at this one and see what happens. Not that hard to get rid of this track. Oh. Oh.
Hey, Jordan, we live.
Hey, Chris, did you get in front of it? Did you get into the back of the car in front of you?
No, I got hit from the car behind, which I'm assuming was you.
Yep. Sorry, bud.
Yep, 21 gets into the back of
Oh,
60,
good.
sends
I don't
him
know
around.
why I choked, though. That was stupid.
Had to reveal the incident. 21 gets into the back of the 60. It'll be an EOL on the 21. Thank you. Really trying not to lose my cool right now. It is what it is. All right, now Colt Wars led 29 laps so far tonight. Over 3/4 of them been under caution. With 83 to go, maybe.
You already know what's playing in my head right now? That is staying alive.
Maybe we'll get a green flag run. If not, I'm going to say we're going to get 10 cautions tonight. Kind of sucks being that Bristol went so great last week. 6 cautions for 150 laps. Still room to turn this race around, though. Be optimistic. Speaking of, but on another note, you want to see where your favorite drivers are running or your favorite manufacturer, you can now see it as pretty much Yeah, go all the way down to a lone Toyota Shane Hart in 12th. How about Chevy, Ford, and then Chevy all the way down to the top 10 near about, from pretty much from 4th all the way down to 9th. Brent Hammerhand, the 3rd highest running of the Ford drivers. All right, well, the field coming out of turn 4. We're going to try it again. Right now, Colt Ward leading off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway, opens up almost a 7/10 of a second lead. Right now, once Colt Ward finds his groove, he's going to be set, sailing, gone. See you later. Right now, Mike Hauser having a great rebound. Really needs one, but he's got Josh Henderson, the man that's trailing him in the playoffs by 15 points, breathing down his neck. Oh, Henderson loose, had a lift. See, Henderson had a lift. Now that's going to open up the A4 Jordan Jorno to get to his outside playoff drivers. 2nd through 6th right now. Aaron Stan 8th, Shane Hart 9th, Elijah Fisher still in the pits repairing damage or likely done, one of the two. $77 to go, going to be 76 at the line. Colton Ward still out in front. We're going to try to pull up some lap history here. Well, there you see it. Well, as a matter of fact, Mike Hauser's been just a little bit faster the last 2 laps, but now that's going to change because Hauser now has Jorno to the inside of him. Jorno knows what he has to do tonight. He has to win 2 races.
Sorry.
It has to do them within the next 3 weeks, tonight included. So 3 more chances for the 84 to lock himself into the playoff. As you see now, Jorno was set sail and tried to charge out of Colton Ward. Now the battle for 3rd. 3rd through 6th.
Just stop.
AJ Thompson. All right. See what happens. So we'll look at slow motion here, see if we can pinpoint exactly what the deal is here. You see, stand to the outside. Thompson's going to start sliding up. He knows he's got no 27s there. Just slide up, make contact, and that's all it takes. Get a great look from Stephen Henning's camera, and I mean, it's pretty obvious. Well, and of course, you know, I know you got to arc it. I know I said getting off of turn 4 is about the best thing you can do, but you also got to be aware of the driver to you outside, and unfortunately, replay shows it. AJ's just going to slide up and pinch to 27. After review of the incident, the 18 slides up the track into a 27, resulting in the caution being EOL and a drive-through penalty for the 18. Thank you. So now I got to find them. Get to see all the drivers in rapid succession. So that being said, 11 drivers still on the lead lap. Well, Colton Ward being up front hasn't changed the last 3 or 4 restarts. Jordan Jorno having a solid run, that nationwide Chevrolet Camaro. Kay Cannon as well, Aaron Stanton.
Hey, 40, your tires point towards Dan.
We're rolling again.
Ain't going push you out there this time.
Elijah Fisher back on the racetrack, 17 laps down. Robert Wilhoit in the garage, done for the night. Thomas Hernandez, Chris Lodden, each 3 down. AJ Thompson serving his black flag now. Well, how about Kate Cannon? Now he's going to attempt to run Colton down. Massive difference between winning. Oh, Jornos!
What a safety van.
Did he say that? Ain't no way. Oh my God, he did. Look back at it before there's a wreck.
I got hit and I started going. I got it.
Man, that car is wrecked when it's not. It's one of them 210 crashes. 66 to go. Colton Ward still leading. Hell of a save by Jordan Jorno, however. A great save. We're going to drive the 84, fighting to keep his championship hopes alive. How about Kate Cannon all over the back of Colton Ward? Cannon has ran down the driver to 42. Really, Colton took the bottom lane, did not get a decent drive off like he wanted. Allow Cannon now to close within 0.2 of a second here. Down the back straightaway, dead even. Pretty much dead even off of, I get my words out, dead even off of turn 2, but now you see Colton that time just barely a little bit quicker.
There, we got quite blowing up. Still on track.
Slow car, bottom of the track. Or Bobby Hadaway, he will get into the pits.
Track's clear. He went off the road.
Pretty sure everybody knew that. Right now, getting a great green flag run in. Hopefully it'll stay like this. Right now, Kate Cannon still trying to get to the back of Colton Ward. Has lost a little bit of ground, as a matter of fact. Well, all Colton Ward wants to see is pretty much everybody battling behind him. He does not want no challenges right now. About Jordan Jorno trying to dive to the bottom. Another great run by the 84. Mike Hauser as well. Of course, the bubbles already tight, 15 points. Well, really, 36 points separate 4th through 7th. Of course, we've already alluded to Jorno's situation pretty much. But right now, if you're Mike Hauser, it is a run that you need. Right on board with Mike through all this scrap. So you can listen to the throttle. He's taking it very, very easy. Don't want to overdo the tires. 3/4 throttle all the way until he ain't even full throttle going down the front straightaway. Being very easy. Well, Mike knows the circumstances coming into the night. Because you got that man right behind you, Josh Henderson, breathing right down your neck, both tonight and in the points. Meanwhile, battle for the lead. Jordan Jorno trying to take it for Ward, not able to get the job done yet. Giorno down to the bottom again, really just trying to make that bottom work. All he wants to really try to do, he wants to use that bottom, and he needs to get a great drive off, right, so he can hang on court or on Ward's quarter panel. That's all he wants. That means if he can utilize the bottom of a 4 here, that means Colton's not going to get the entry that he wants going into turn 1. Unfortunately, it is so hard to really stay right there with the run. The middle lane gets off. Giorno's going to try it again off of 2, having a lift. Well, really right there, I mean, Giorno's technically, he can kind of prevent. You see right here, great run. Wants to try to stay right with him, he'll do it. Now he wants to force Ward to have to go as high as he can. Ward, on the other hand, wants to try to pinch the 84 down, now to 43s to the inside of Jordan Giorno. Josh Henderson's sitting there thinking, please don't wreck. Not a whole lot, Garrett. What's up, buddy? Right now, Ward's doing a great job. He's led 60 laps tonight. Right now, very in the realm of taking away that 1 bonus point from these 8 playoff drivers right now. The playoff drivers, as they run, pretty much 2nd through 8th. All playoff drivers: Giorno, Henderson, Hauser, Henning, Cannon, Stanton, Shane Haar. The driver who came in plus 41 tonight, Elijah Fisher, in 16th, 17 laps down. It will not be the night that the 4 wants, but it seems like ever since these playoffs started, it has affected at least every playoff driver to some aspect. You think back to Darlington, it tested a lot of the playoff drivers, really affected Shane Haar, however, and several others. And you see Henderson up the track into Ward. Hang on to her, boys. Josh Henderson trying to throw it downhill lead, barely at the line. Jesus almighty. 50 to go, Ward off the wall. Gonna get a great run, however, because of it. Down into turn number 3, Ward way up the racetrack in that 3rd lane, not where nobody wants to be. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Henderson out front. You gotta think, what does out front really do whenever you got the guy you're chasing in the points by 15 running against 2nd? It'll be a great win, the first win the 72 will see. And inspired if he can hang on for 48 more laps, but then you got, what is it really going to do when Hauser finishes right behind you? I mean, yeah, you're going to cut into it a little bit, but what Henderson wants to do, he wants to win and see Hauser back down there in the somewhere around 10th, 12th even. That's what he really wants to see. Right now, Colton Ward continue to fall back. The thing to elude, though, Colton Ward's on an 85-lap stint. Pretty much for everybody tonight, strategies up and down the leaderboard. I know it's very confusing to see.
Around Shane, I don't even know why I'm out here.
But you see right now, top 2 is only as at a 27-lap stint. Gotta go all the way back to Jordan Giorno working a 44. Colton Ward 86, for Christ's sakes. 27 for Henning. 39 for Aaron Stanton. The strategy is all over the place tonight. And of course, the one thing we alluded to, it was going to be a tired race tonight. I know, right? It is a little weird. Yes, Robert Wilhoit is out. When it says out, that they're done for the night. Unless it's internet issues. Don't worry, Garrett, I'll return. As far as I'm concerned, I'll return to Super Speedway races on Wednesday.
Poor car thing.
Elijah Fisher will be in this time. 17 laps down, you got to thank the 4. Not having a night that he wanted. Led early in the race, but pitted, got back there in the back of the pack. Caught up in one too many incidents. Right now, Josh Henderson leading, Mike Hauser in second, Jordan Jorno third, Colton Ward fourth, Stephen Henning fourth. All right, we got a battle going on for the 4th spot, apparently. Well, Ward will easily take the 4th spot. Here comes Aaron Stanton trying to claw himself back up into the mix.
4 exiting.
Pretty much now it's just a tire saving game. Who can make it? 39 laps to go. Josh Henderson 2 weeks ago said that he needed to win 2 races to get in, and then we went to Bristol. And of course, it's no surprise for those who watch. Mike Hauser, internet issues, plagued the 43 all night, was not able to get a chance to really compete. That shrunk the gap. We're actually going to pull it back up. This will be coming into the night. Coming into tonight, you see Henderson out by 15 over Hauser, Cannon out by 21. The effects from Bristol has really brought this championship battle back alive. Well, you know, the other thing that's going to go along with this, Josh Henderson's yet to win this season. Has had great speed over and over, off and on throughout the season. He's hit, hasn't been the most consistent, but he has had speed when it matters the most. How he was able to get into the playoffs, led the most laps at Daytona, was able to get in. Mike Hauser, the regular season champion, undoubtedly the most consistent driver of the season. Right now, hanging with Josh Henderson. You know Henderson wants the win. You know Mike Hauser wants his 2nd career win tonight, North Wilkesboro. How about Jordan Jorno? For those of you just joining, the situation for the 84, Jorno must win 2 of the next 3 races. That includes this one. 3 more chances for the driver of the 84 to get 2 wins. If you get 2 wins in the playoffs as a playoff driver, automatically locked into the Final 4. And we know one driver doing that. Shane Harr right now running in 7th. The winner from Atlanta and Bristol leads the points right now in the playoff standings. But his wins at Atlanta and Bristol has guaranteed him a lock into Homestead August the 11th for a championship opportunity. And really, for Shane Harr, what do you got to lose the next 3 weeks? You know your fate. You know where you're going. Why not just sit here and cause chaos for the other 7 drivers trying to get in? Right now, the 21 started dead last and not posted qualifying time. Right now, just riding, having a very quiet night. And here comes Hauser back to the bottom. Not able to get there yet, but just enough to where Henderson was actually able to run the line that he wanted to run. That's a great thing. It's like I allude to. You can just hang right there in the quarter panel off of 4. Right where Mike Hauser is at. Perfectly executed turn 4 if you're on the bottom. Because now you're taking more and more away from the driver on the outside. If you can hang right there, you see right there Henderson into the wall. Just barely kissed it, but it's working out. But this is how you run North Wilkesboro if you want to be a bottom feeder. This is how you do it. Mike Hauser is doing it perfectly. Of course, these drivers both on the same stint, 44 laps each with 28 to go. Jorno on 61. Hard to believe Colton Ward has ran 103 laps. Right now, Hauser back to the inside again. Going to get a better run off the corner, but not able to clear it yet. Where does Jordan Jorno doing all this? He's saying, just wreck and don't collect me. That's all he's thinking about right now. 27 to go in 3 drivers. 2, 4th and 5th in the point, separated by 15. 1, needing 2 wins. Colton Ward back there. He's not in the playoffs. He could care less about the playoffs. He wants to win. Aaron Stanton trying to stay afloat. Came in plus 46 tonight. You can think if Stanton can stay right where he's at, he will more than likely be good by a whole race worth of points. 25 to go. Right now, Hauser side by side for second with Jordan. Jordan loose off of 2. Just almost, well, actually, no, it really did hurt him. This gave Mike Hauser a look back to the inside. Hauser not able to get there yet. Well, Josh said, you can have the bottom all you want to. I'm not giving up this middle line. This middle line is where all these drivers, that's where they want to be at. It's because you get such a great run off the corner. And really, if you want to be defensive, you can pinch the 43 down, making it where he's going to have an even more difficult time getting off the bottom. You watch the cars, how loose they've been getting off the bottom. It's insane. Then you pinch a guy down where he has even less opportunity to save it. Well, this track.
God damn it, real bad.
This track, it favors the ones who have racecraft. That's what it favors. Hauser loose off of 2 or 4 again. Not able to get back to him. Now Henderson's going to take that line away. Well, Henderson's wanting Jordan to get up there. Well, Henderson's wanting Jordan to get up there and battle Hauser some more, so Henderson can try to get away from him. Henderson a little loose off of 4 there. About Jorno right back to the bottom. Not able to get there again, but right now giving Mike Hauser a fit. Jorno the bumper to the back of the 43. Up the track, door to door for second. Jorno had to concede back to the bottom and fall back into the clutches of Colton Ward. I stand corrected. Jorno will slide back into 3rd. Right now you see Hauser, he's getting looser and looser off of 4. Perhaps he has burned up the tires just a little bit. But right now, if he can just get away from Jordan and Ward, he can really be a dogfight. Who would I rather win? Who I want to see win more, really? That'd be a great time for all 3. 2 looking for their first win. 1, if you go back to the Chicagoland race, a very emotional Mike Hauser and Jordan Jorno both. Pretty much sums up victory and defeat from both interviews. A very emotional night for the driver to 43. Now trying to prove that it was not an overtime finish that he needed to get that win. He's trying to prove that he can go wire to wire. But he got 2 more lap cars coming up. That would be the 40 of Jason Williams and Chris Lowe in the 60. 15 to go. And really the last 3 races, 1 in Cup, 2 in ARCA on Saturday nights, it's produced some of the best finishes you'll ever see, probably on iRacing. See Ward way back up the top of the racetrack again. 14 to go, and right now it's a hornet's nest for 3rd, or for 2nd, I should say. Ward off the wall a little bit. Side by side with the 43 we talked about. Has Colton Ward really been saving on a 117 lap stint? 117, by God. Hauser dives it right back to the inside. Very aggressive on the bottom. He's going to stay side by side with Henderson for the moment. Right back to the bottom again. Henderson, yeah, he's clear, but you're not clear just as fast. You see Hauser slides back up right behind Henderson. They're going at it now. 12 to go, forget it. Henderson now, almost contact, going to run Henderson way up the track. Hauser on the bottom trying to really make it work. He just needs Henderson to slip up one time. Oh, contact between the 72 and the 43. Short track, banging and banging at its finest. Colton Ward moves into third. Jordan will have to settle for fourth right now. Aaron Stanton's working himself into the mix. Elijah Fisher not involved in this. 18 laps down. Focusing on top three. It's amazing. Colton Ward, 121 laps since his last pit stop. When Ward looks like he just pitted for fresh tires. Oh, Hauser loose again off four. That's really going to hurt, but now look at Ward back to the third lane. Henderson's going to cover him off of turn two, down the back straightaway. Well, now Hauser's got, oh, they're wrecking.
Oh, car stopped on the back.
Jordan Jorno against the
Wreck
fence.
with a lifesaver. Thank you.
Jordan Jorno against the fence, entering turn three. And come on, man.
Give me the EOL, it's probably on me.
See right here. No, Stan does come off the wall, but you got to think this Jorno, like, honestly.
My tires are screaming. Mine are too. I'm back in the lead lap.
Let's look at it here in slow motion for real. Well, right here, Jorno, he's trying to come up. Aaron gets a run off of the corner. And just one thing. You see, Stan does come off the wall. Really hard to say, but regardless, the 27 comes off the wall. Really what triggers it. 27.
Bad time for you to come out, Chris.
It would have to end. It would have to come down to almost a green-white checker. After review of the incident, 27 comes off the wall, collects the 84. The 27 will get the EOL. Thank you.
Yeah, let you boss.
Jesus, man.
I don't really think that's what happened, Garrett, but I'll take it anyways. Either way, it was probably my fault, but...
I just took the lucky dog and I went back a lap down. What the crap? You got lapped by the pace car. Bound, what that lucky dog?
Alright. One looking for his second win, one looking for his first. We're rolling. Henderson and Hauser. Great start by Henderson.
There.
What?
What's that lucky? Wreck, Yellow, slow down.
Give me time to hit the button. I see it.
Sorry, Shane. I went into neutral. I don't know what's going on with my shifter, dude.
You're good. No harm, no foul. Go ahead, yelling at you, Garrett.
Jesus almighty. All right, let's see what happens. 10th caution, and it's going to end under a green-white checker.
I was just excited on the mic, so I do apologize as well.
01 gets loose, and He's about to run over to 77 as it is and just overcorrects it. Hammer hand, Hadaway, nowhere to go.
Lucky dog to the outside.
Other one gets loose, overcorrects, taking out a couple cars. The other one will get the EOL for this caution. If I'm not mistaken, it should be in overtime. You get one attempt. Best of luck to everybody, really.
Whatever happens, you guys will be running the line to the end.
Yeah, they could all water it up in turn one, and whoever ain't got a meatball.
Inside Donkey, inside Josh. Lucky dog. Matt, please go by. You gotta pass me. Or not.
All right, you heard the head honcho himself. Whatever happens, happens. No more cautions being thrown. They'll race it back to the end.
Right on you here, Falcon.
Shane Harris had a great recovery night up and down the leaderboard. First time he's graced the top 5.
That beautiful hot butter system.
All right. It's the night tonight. Josh Harrison gets his first win. Does Colton Ward play spoilers? Does Shane Hart get win number 9? Does Hauser make ground on the cut line? We're going to see. Henning loose already. Henning saves it. No, they don't. Henning around. Wrecking back straight away. Just everybody getting that warning. Right now, side by side, Colton Ward trying to wrestle it away from Josh Henderson. Ward off the wall, so Harrison once. One more attempt. Ward dives it in. Shane loose. Welcome to the Wooded Club, Josh Henderson.
Let's go.
How about that? I'll be damned.
You too, Jordan, huh? We're both broke?
Josh Henderson finally gets the monkey off of his back tonight.
Someone had a car in front of me. Nothing I could do.
Colton Ward.
Last lap, I tell you what.
Same.
That's how you get it, Josh. Let's go.
Yep. Good win, Josh. Good win.
I think I did a backflip.
Yeah, that backflip was
Congrats,
okay.
Josh.
All right. Josh Henderson, your winner. Let's get him in here. Josh Henderson, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. It's about time, ain't it?
Oh man, buddy. I guess Mike's not the only one, dude.
I swear, buddy, it's been a long time coming. You've had a lot of speed all season long. The inconsistency, it was mentioned during the broadcast. So close that Chicagoland and Michigan and all the other ones, buddy. Did you expect North Wilkesboro to be where you get the job done?
Not at all, man. Honestly, not at all. Like, I don't know what to say, buddy. That was... I'm getting teary-eyed, and my wife's here to pat me on the back and tell me to breathe. Had to hold my breath for about 35 laps there, it felt like, because everybody just did such an amazing job racing me clean. I got to thank Mike. I chopped him at one point, and he gave me a little shot back, and it was deserved. But other than that, I just basically trusted the guys behind me. I knew the guys behind me were going to be clean, so they had a better car at the end, but I just used the defensive line, and I just thank you, everybody, for being so cool about it. And I feel like I earned it, but at the same time, I feel like I said, they were super cool about it. So just, I want to thank all of my competitors, because it's a short track. Any one of them could have sent me at any point. So.
Well, then we thought Colton Ward was going to really send you in on the last lap. Charge to the outside. You had to hold off some of the best. the driver who has been the driver who has burst onto the scenes, the most consistent driver, the winningest driver this series. You're able to hold him off. It was a hell of a drive, and even it's got to feel good now, don't it?
Oh man, it's like a weight just lifted off your shoulders because you race every Monday. You know what I mean? And it's, can I beat these guys? Can I compete with these guys? And I think I don't know who I was talking to, but I was like, I just want to be the Kurt Busch of the league. I want to get one win. You know what I mean? I want to be a top 10 guy who gets that one win a year. And I mean, now of course, what happens? You want more. So I'm ready for next week. But yeah, man, it feels good. It feels so good.
Well, Josh, real fast, buddy, I'm gonna let you get ready to go celebrate. I can imagine there's gonna be some beer drunk tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours, buddy.
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you for putting it on. I want to say that. I know it sometimes gets frustrating with some of us out here, but it's not easy to drive these things, man. I think people watch it need to understand that. It's not easy. But thank you, Garrett. Thank my brother for getting me in here and putting up with my shit. Sorry, putting up with me through everything. And thank all my friends watching. I think you got a couple extra viewers tonight watching, so I'm excited to go back and see what they have to say. But yeah, and just thank my dad too. He's the reason I got into racing like I did, and this is for him, honestly, because yeah, I never got a chance to do this in real life, and it's really cool at least be able to do this with some guys who really know how to wield these things. So I want to thank my dad.
Yes, sir, everybody. It was a hell of a drive for you. Aaron Stanton wins on Saturday. Josh Henderson wins on Sunday. The brothers starting into weeks off great. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you so much, sir.
That being said, we'll jump in here to Colton Ward. Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hello.
Well, damn. What more could you have done?
Oh, man, I
100
had
things.
124 lap old tires near that end there. I was very surprised I was keeping up with those people.
I was too. It was amazing how I mentioned it looked like he had on brand new tires at 121 lap old tires. Really, what was the strategy in that? Was it pretty much just run a defensive line? You knew that the bottom was going to be tricky to really get the move done unless the driver in the middle lane slipped up, and then the third lane's the third lane. It's just
I was trying to run the high lane to make it harder for them to pass. I think it was working out, but eventually I think the new tires got to me there. But I think it probably matters with heat too, because I think if I kept going from bottom to top, the tire heat would even out. So I think it just worked better if I went to the bottom a few times and went back to the top a few times.
Yeah.
Then the end, I mean, I don't know if it would have been better going to the bottom, but I definitely just tried to go to the top to try and pass them.
Well, yeah, and we saw off and on, like Mike Hauser was one of the best ones tonight, really working the bottom of the track here. So you try to use it on Henderson several times. But I do want to ask you, though, you ended up leading, if I'm not mistaken. You will snatch away the extra bonus point for 7 guys trying to make themselves into the final 4. What's it pretty much been like over the last few weeks, knowing that you got 8 guys trying to make a championship, but then you're up here just playing spoilers for everybody, stealing wins? No harm, no foul, by the way, but really, how are you able to handle racing around them 8 drivers and just trying to go out and win every week?
I'm just trying to race wherever I can. I mean, I don't try and move people out of the way, just try and race them all clean. So I don't know, I try and not get into arguments with people. So yeah.
All right, well, Colton, last question. I'm gonna let you head out here. Is there anybody you want to thank? Night friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Thank you for broadcasting the race. Thank you, Elijah, for setting up this league. Thank everyone for the clean racing at the very end. It was nice to race it out.
Yes, sir, it was, buddy. Colton Ward, for the 4th time, involved in a thrilling finish in the last 2 weeks. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
That being said, Got one more driver interview tonight. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, buddy, so damn close, but so far away. You were about the only driver I alluded to how to run the bottom and really how to make the bottom work. And I'll be darned. You did it the best out of anybody I saw. Really just trying to stay to the inside of Josh so he ain't got the arc or able to cut the corner like you do on the middle line. And, buddy, you were using it to death, but was there anything else you felt like you could have done differently?
Thanks, Garrett. I don't know. I was trying my best to avoid contact. I know I got into it by mistake a couple times, and maybe instead of trying to power up on the bottom, just stay a little higher. It's funny, I was talking about that at the driver's meeting. I wasn't listening to my own advice, so it's ironic. But it was just, by the end of that run, I mean, I felt like there were times where I was definitely faster than Josh. But like my rears were just screaming. Like it was so loose. And there were times where I was in a slide.
We saw it.
And then, yeah.
We saw it, buddy, but it was a great wheelman. And then I want to ask you this question. Granted, Josh does win. He gets his first career win. Kudos to him. He will cut into your points lead, He will cut into your gap on the bubble, only just a little bit with you finishing third. How are you going to approach these next 2 weeks knowing that there's 2 more chances to keep yourself in the Final Four? What's going to be the mindset? What is going to be the driving style that we'll see out of the 43 next week at New Hampshire and then 2 weeks from Charlotte?
Fortunately for me, I really like New Hampshire. Charlotte seems to be a good track, overall. Just keep doing what we're doing. I know it gets old, but tonight I really was not comfortable coming to North Wilkesboro. I felt like I didn't really understand the track, and early on I felt like a rock. I just couldn't turn the car, and a little bit of creative pit strategy kept me out in front in clean air, and I think we just need to do things like that. It took a little bit of luck, took a little bit of execution, but creative pit strategies or being on the right pit strategy and just staying with the leaders. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Josh for racing me as cleanly as he did. I wanted to race him as cleanly as I could, and if I couldn't finish first, I wanted second. If I couldn't finish second, I wanted third. But just huge shout out to Josh. I know how much this means to him, and we were talking about it the other night. How he said how bad he wants it and how much it means to him. And I feel like guys like us, we're really good and consistent. It's just sometimes it's just hard to put together a good run, and I feel like tonight was probably one of my best chances in a while, and I'm really mad I lost it in the end and I lost spots. But yeah, I'm really happy Josh got the win there for his first win, and I'm really proud of him, honestly. So I'm gonna go talk to him here in a bit, and probably got a couple people to apologize to, like Shane. I didn't want to have to hit him, but I said I'm not taking anything less than third for how much of a fight I put up tonight. I laid it all on the line, and I said I'm not taking anything less than third. Colton got he got second, so I was like, I can't take anything less than that. So real bummer we couldn't win, but like I said, really happy for Josh, and we'll go on next week and we'll keep kicking ass. We'll keep that mentality up, and hopefully we'll manage that gap and maybe pull off another win or two here.
All right, buddy. Congratulations on a very hard-fought P3. Mike Hauser finishes third tonight. A much-needed, solid, good pit finish for the 43 tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you, Gary. Thanks for putting the stream on again.
Yep. That being said, I have a feeling it's going to be a long night in the trailer for a couple of things. So we're going to go right straight to the race results for tonight. Josh Henderson finally breaks through. He will go on to lead 52 laps after getting to the lead. Unfortunately, he will not get that one crucial bonus point that he needs. Colton Ward will come in second after taking that one bonus point, might I add. Mike Hauser in third. For the first time tonight, Shane Hard did not lead a race officially, but a great comeback for the driver of the 21. And again, Not really much he has to do the next 2 weeks but ride. Cade Cannon in 5th tonight. Much needed points. Much needed point battle as well, but unfortunately Hauser and Henderson both finished ahead of him. Brent Hammerhand with a top 10 tonight. It's been a very long time since the 95 got a top 10. Then you got to go back to Daytona even. A.J. Thompson rebounds the 7th. Stephen Henning Jr. in 8th. Jordan on 9th. Aaron Stant will round out the top 10. Jason Williams, Thomas Hernandez, Joseph Maddox, Chris Lauda, Bobby Hadaway. That's the top 15. The driver who loses more tonight than anybody else came into the night plus 41 to the cut line. Elijah Fisher, 16th, 17 laps down after an incident with the 3 of Robert Wilhoit. We will round out the 17th and final spot. Of course, that Garrett Jenkins dude, he don't really matter in all this. With that being said, congratulations to Josh Henderson on a hard-fought victory night for North Wilkesboro. We look forward to see everybody Wednesday night. More than likely there'll be some super speedway action Wednesday night. Tuesday is the day off for the network. And with that being said, I'll see each and every one of you throughout the week. Until then, everybody stay safe, and I'll see you later.